Hey gang, how you doing? Great to see you. Thanks for being here today on my YouTube channel for a fun music lesson. My name's Tom. I'm a professional organist, pianist, keyboard player, composer and teacher, and I live here in England. Today's lesson is a topic that comes from one of my patron requests. If you'd like to support my YouTube channel and help support the production of videos like this, investing in equipment and supporting what I do, please visit patreon.com/keyboardskillspro. And every month on there I put lots of exclusive content, lesson PDFs and bonus things, lots to see on there. Today's lesson comes from Graham Fleetwood, and I'd like to sincerely thank Graham for his question, which is, how do you transpose on the keyboard or the organ without using the transpose button? Let me show you what I mean. Here's Mac the Knife, okay, in C major. Okay. Now, it's then common after a verse to transpose, but we normally use this magic button over here, the transpose button. And that means I can still play in my easy key of C, and the keyboard moves all the white keys up to the black notes for me. Let me put that back to normal. Now, that's fine, but there comes a point as a musician, you're going to say to yourself, I wonder what is going on when I press the transpose button. Well, if you're interested in that, there is actually a rather cool video here on my YouTube channel of actually what happens when you press the transpose button. But Graham has asked, I've always wanted to do this, he said in his email. I've always wanted to be able to, in songs like Mac the Knife and James Last, Games That Lovers Play, to transpose myself, but I don't know how to do it. Well, let's now come over to the keyboard and let's explain first of all what is happening, or recap what is happening when you press transpose. If I play the C scale, what is happening is when I press transpose up one press, it moves all of those notes a semitone or a half tone up. So C's become D flats, D's become E flats, E's become F's. So every key moves to its partner, next closest note. Okay, that's the same sound as if I played it manually, look. But the problem is, as soon as you start going, hey, you've got to put all these flats in, people go, whoa, 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 whoa. No, that's too hard, I'm not going there. So let's explain how you actually do it. So here on the screen, folks, we've got the opening few bars of Mac the Knife in C. Okay, so that's fine. Now that's got the C chord, the D minor chord, and the G7 chord in. Okay. Now, what then happens is when you play the rest of the song, oh da 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 ba 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 da 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 da. If you listen to Bobby Darin's version, you'll hear these changes every verse, because it's a very short song, Mac the Knife. It's the same little song over and over and over and over with different lyrics. So to make it interesting, they put transposes in. So what happens then when you play a C chord and then you want to move that up half a tone? Well, the next note above C is D flat. Okay, yes, it's C sharp, but musically we don't tend to have two keys that follow on C and C. So to make it different in our head, we refer to it as D flat major. So if I was playing a C chord at the beginning, a C major chord, the next chord I've got to do is, in place of that will be the D flat chord. That's the transpose chord. But watch what happens when I play the same melody, look. Ugh. That doesn't work, does it? Why? Well, we've forgotten to move the melody up as well. So when you transpose the chords, you also have to transpose the melody. So what's the opening notes of the melody? E, G, A. So I've got to move all of those up half a semitone. So E becomes F, G becomes A flat, and the A becomes a B flat. Now if I keep those grouped together, look, and now move them all up, you hear that lift? C major, half a tone up, 1, 1, 1. Now let's try it now. Ah, that sounds nicer. Right, now what about the next chord? Well, the original chord was D minor. So D minor moves up to E flat minor. Notice that we're keeping the minor sound. We're not changing the type of chord, just its letter. So again, look, we've got F, A, and now B flat. Okay, carry on. So the next chord originally was G7. G goes up to A flat. So I'll make it A flat 7. B in the melody becomes a C in the melody. And then back down to B flat with D flat. So the idea of transposing is that everything moves up. The scale that the right hand uses to create the melody moves up, and the chords move up, and they all move up the same number of semitones or tones. So when you go from C to D flat, you have to imagine that the whole song has lifted. Okay. Now, playing in D flat is not easy if you haven't played much in D flat. So what you have to do, you have to use your listening skills now. So if I was just trying to work out this song, so I then go, right, I'm going to go to D flat, and there we go, and I just sort of feel my way, so I move up, look. Oh, so that A and B's wrong. Ah, that sounds like the song. Because you already know the intervals, the gaps between the notes. And then E flat minor. Good. No. Good. And then A flat. There you go. So when you actually listen to the original song and you get that really well known in your head, your brain will memorize the sound of one note going to its partner, that note going to the next one, that one going to the next one, the intervals and the harmonic changes of the chords. And once you've got that in your head, it's not that hard actually to transpose if you do it by listening. Where it gets easier is if you have a little bit of theoretical knowledge. So here we've got on the screen now the C major music of Mac the Knife. Let me play that through, and then you'll see the D flat music on it, and you'll see that the notes have moved up, but there is a new key signature of D flat major, which is 5 flats. Here we go. Hey, at the end there, what did I do? I actually went up. I went up 3 tones from D flat to F major. Now all of that little example, I've put that in a bonus PDF, and you can get access to that by subscribing and supporting my channel at patreon.com. Just search for Keyboard Skills Pro, sign up for silver tier or above, and you get access to all the lesson PDFs. Now, Mac the Knife is a kind of an end result. That's what you want to aim for in terms of transposing. So if you're wanting something simpler, as it's the festive time of year, as you can see with the tinsel here in the studio, let's take a look at something very straightforward like Jingle Bells. Okay, so we'll take a Jingle Bells little number, and that's an easy one in C, look. Okay, now if I was going to play that in D flat, I say, right, what's the first chord of the song? It's a C chord, so that chord becomes a D flat. And, you know, take a photostat of the music so you can scribble on it with a pencil. So D flat major, look, okay, and then E is the first melody note, so that must move up half a step, one semitone to F, look, and then use your ears. So we now know it jumps up 2 keys. Ugh, that's wrong. Oh dear. No. Ah, that's the sound I know. And then before I knew it went down to C, so I'll go up to D flat. Next one was D, so D sharp, and then there it is. So now I've got the same melodic structure, the same rhythms, the same intervals. It's just they're all moved half a notch up, look. Okay, so the next chord in the song is an F chord. So I move F up to F sharp or G flat. The note goes up. Change back to D flat. Okay, and then no. There is. Okay, but you don't have to do D flat major because D flat's quite a hard key. So let's say we went from C up a tone. So C up a tone is D. All right, let's try that. So again, play Jingle Bells, look. Okay, so what's a tone above E? Well, a tone above E is 2 semitones. So 1, 2. Remember, you always do it by absolute keys. 1, 2. So we have got D, F sharp. So that the first chord was a C chord, we go to a D chord. Look, now listen to the sound and try and work it out by listening. So I know it goes up, so alright, I've got to go to a G, look. So let's try a G chord, because F was the chord before, G is 1 tone above, look. A. So you're just moving everything, look. And then move everything up a tone. Same fingers. It's the same pattern to your brain. So that's how you do it. It does help if you have theoretical knowledge of keys and key signatures, because that helps you get the right sharps and flats, because you'll need those in some keys. But when you're transposing, just transpose up a tone, because if you're in the key of C, you're going to end up in D, and that's an easier key than D flat. Let's say you were in the key of F, transpose from F up to G, okay, because again, a tone is easier than half a tone. When you go half a tone, you do tend to end up in black note country, and you will get a lot of sharps and flats. So have a try of that. It's well worth having a go, because it's good oral training for your listening. It's good to work out new chords, and just take a simple song like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Jingle Bells, Silent Night, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Really basic songs with just those few chords in, that you organ players and keyboard players, get out those Kenneth Baker book 1s and book 2s. You know, something like Scarlet Ribbons. Think of Scarlet Ribbons, complete organ player, book 2. We all learnt it, didn't we? Here it is in C major. Okay, then we transpose to D. There you go, and that can just make a big difference. So don't forget, the melody goes up, the semitone or the number of tones, the chords go with it, so everything moves up and down. Use your ears, listen to what you're playing, and you will be able to work it out and maybe even write it down on a separate piece of manuscript paper. Thanks to Graham for that very interesting topic. We'll do some more videos on how to transpose manually because it's good to do in music. Wherever you are in the world, thanks for watching. Take care. Hit that subscribe button, ding the bell, and we'll see you very soon here again on YouTube. My name's Tom. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.